Welcome back to the 50th episode of our weekly real estate roundup. I'm Pat Davish with OCNJHomes.com.
And I am Haenn with Burger Realty.
Every week we go through Ocean City's top new listings and give you our insights on why we like these properties. Gray's going to start us off this week.
Starting off this week, we are at 3600 Central Avenue. This is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, second floor condo on the corner, half a block to the beach. High-end finishes, has a front deck, you get peak of the ocean, and the asking price is $789,900. I really like this building. I like the location. I think there's about 6 units in this building. This is one of 4 in the front, and it's just, you come with parking in that location, and it's all redone. I've always liked this building. I've sold a couple of these here in the past, and there's always a lot of potential. It shows it now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. This one, you can't beat the location. It's unrivaled where it is, being this close to the beach. Also, this unit is in great condition. They've done some really nice updating to the property. And like you said, you just can't beat this location. I mean,
no, and the building as a whole, like, they did a lot of work to the exterior. They did new siding, new roof with that. I think in the past 5 or so years. Yeah. So a lot of that stuff's all taken care of.
It used to be like a stucco building.
It used to be a stucco building.
Yeah, I remember when they were moving. Yeah, there hasn't been too many to trade in quite a while. I think there was maybe 2 or 3 at that time. And I think the building needed a lot more updating. So now that it has been updated, we don't see them come up very often.
You do not. Yeah, it's just a great spot. It would be a good rental property, good personal use, and corner location in South End.
Yeah, you can't beat it. Next one, we're still no, we're not in South End. We're in the North End now. It's 700 Atlantic, Unit A4. Another condominium, another 2-bedroom with 2 baths. Central area location. It's getting completely renovated with high-end finishes. You have a front deck. You actually have 2 parking spaces, and this is listed at $799,000. This is a great area. Again, I was wrong on the location. It is central North End. But you are very close to everything that Ocean City has to offer. You're very close to the block. You just have the 800 block to the beach there and the boardwalk. So you're in a very prime spot. Would do great with the rentals. And this, again, is a beautifully renovated property. Kind of entry-level price point, being under the $1 million mark. Is
under $1 million mark, but it's a great location. You walk out your steps there, you walk to the corner, and there's a boardwalk entrance, a block down. I do think this has a restriction for 2-week rentals in here, so that is a little bit of a, from an investment standpoint, but great location, parking, it is all redone. This is the end unit in the building there, and they did a nice job on it.
These units are nice. They kind of have a townhome feel because you do have a level up to the bedrooms, but I do remember there is a little rental restriction there. A lot of the properties are used by the homeowners, so it's a little more of a close-knit organization
like
there.
Personal use.
Yeah, for personal use, but it is like just a prime location. You're in the thick of it in town. What you're coming to Ocean City for is within reach right there.
It is. Yeah, I like that location a lot. So next on our list, we're going to the Gardens. This is 114 Wesley Road. It's a single-family home. 4 bedrooms, 2 full bathrooms, a little under 1,400 square foot. It's completely updated, high-end finishes, detached garage, parking for 4 cars, and a great low asking price of $1,299,000.
So great, it's sold.
It is under contract as of this recording, which it was too good not to showcase. The house, a little on the smaller side, but to be on Wesley Road in the Gardens on that price, and it was a decent sized lot at a 43 by 95.
Yeah, I worked on the development right next door. I wouldn't be surprised at this number to see this one come down. Unfortunately, it was all renovated and it looks really good. Great condition inside, but at that $1,299, you're flirting with land value there. And with some developers still trying to get their feet wet in town, that's a price point they might go after.
That's a good point. That was one I called a lot of people on when it first hit because it seemed too good to be true. And here we are, it's already under contract.
Yeah, garden single family in that kind of condition, classic, ranch, I guess that's a Cape Cod style home. In that location, at that price, it just doesn't come up.
We'll have to do like an emergency press release next time something like that happens. Yeah. So we get it to you guys sooner. But
there's another one. Just like that one. So we're down back in the South End at 5610 Central Avenue. This is a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom, second floor condo. Very high-end finishes. Was built in 2019. Again, you're just across the street from the beach. You got ocean views from your deck. A little over 1,400 square feet, and this is listed at $2,395,000. Really nice unit, great location, very close to the beach. No rental restrictions, as this is a normal duplex condo. Would rent very well if someone chose to do so, but this is a really nice build. It's just over 5 years old.
Yeah, I'm partial to the South End, especially this location, because it's a little bigger beaches, a little quieter. You're right off of 55th Street. This unit in particular, it's newer, so it has the private entrances, has the elevator. If you told me like last year we'd be talking about a second floor across the street from the beach for under $2.4 million, that seems like a huge number, but there have been properties that have changed hands that similar location, not as nice, not as new, around that price point.
And yeah, so like you said, last year you're thinking that's nuts, but right now that's the reality of the situation. The market in Ocean City, the inventory is still low, and when something comes out of this quality, it usually goes, and it's usually in this on this price point.
We haven't seen anything of this quality come out in a long time either. I think the last one was like last winter when something like this came out.
Yeah, and it's hard to gauge when it's an existing home but it's newer. Usually anything in that price point will be new construction, but it's rare to see them across it. Like you said, something of this quality coming across.
There hasn't been new construction on Central Avenue in that area for a couple of years now too.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and there was that large development at the church just a block up, and those are pretty much all spoken for at this point. All went really quick off the board there, and it's a very unique location being at the very south end of the island.
Yes. So the last one on our list today is another unique property. This is 3946 Central Avenue. It is a corner, second floor, 5 bedrooms, 3 full bathrooms, 50 by 100 foot lot. This is newer construction, but it was built in 2023 by a Davish, who's a very high-end, oceanfront developer on the island. High-end finishes, large decks, which include the rooftop. You get great ocean views from it with southern exposure, and an asking price of $3,495,000. And this is one that, as of this recording, it is under contract.
Within 5 days.
Within 5 days of being on the market.
Yeah, this is a corner condo. Over 1,800 square feet. It has every bell and whistle you could think of. It's a Davish built property, and their projects really shine. They're really over the top. They don't come up very often. They're usually sold brand new, and we don't see them turn over too often. This one came up and was gone over the weekend.
Yeah, it's very good. This is one that I saw it, I liked it, because of who built it. Even the price point, I thought the price point was a good price point for what it was. When it was built, who built it, and everything else that included.
Yeah, I agree. That was a nice one, and it shows. If the right product does hit the market, priced fairly, it goes very quickly. The demand is still there, and the inventory is still low. So this is something that we're continuously battling coming into the spring market as it gets hotter and hotter.
Unfortunately, sometimes it's too late for us to pivot or change notes, so that's why we're still showcasing. And also, if you look at the pictures, it's a beautiful property. It really is. So if it, for some reason, happens to come back on the market, we want to make you guys aware of it.
Absolutely. Yeah, we like to highlight unique properties and great deals, so that one fell right in there.
So that wraps it up for another episode of our weekly real estate roundup, where we showcase the newest listings in Ocean City. We appreciate you guys for tuning in every week. Thank you. This is our 50th episode, which is wild to think that we're still doing this. But it's been great. I enjoy doing it every week with Patrick and the guys helping us behind the scenes. So please make sure you like, subscribe, comment, reach out. We always enjoy the interactions with people. And I'm Haenn with Burger Realty.
And I'm Pat Davish with OCNJHomes.com.
See you guys at 51.